This is the spectacular Assembly Hall at Champaign-Urbana and the University of Illinois, and this is the 1980 Boys Class A State High School Basketball Championships. Hello again, everybody. I'm Frank Bissoni, working along with Jim Turpin and Dick Campbell, and we greet you and welcome you to the second quarterfinal session. This afternoon, two teams advanced, one in a close game, Oakville, one in a rout, Luther South, and tonight, two teams with 21-8 records go to the gate. Jim Turpin.
Thank you, Frank. We're looking for two real good ball games again this evening. I want to talk to Dick Campbell about them. Dick, of course, is the coach at York High School in Elmhurst. First of all, game number one, Dick, pits a Peoria Bergen ball club against Gibson City.
Jim, there are similarities in these two teams. They both like to run. They each have a fine inside threat. Knowles versus McCabe, and on the outside they've got extremely fine scorers and ball handlers. They both want to get up and down the court, so we're going to see a free-wheeling, high-scoring ball game. I think Bergen's played much tougher competition, but that may not necessarily be the deciding factor.
That's one of those unusual cases where a ball club is in the A tournament for the first time, have played almost all AA competition.
Yes, right. They have played in that tough greater Peoria area and have done extremely well. I think they're 17-5 against AA competition, and many of those losses were by a point, 2, 3. So they're very competitive in that league, so we know they got to be tough.
And the last time that Gibson City was here, they had a player named Denny Graff that Dick Campbell's familiar with.
Denny was a great player. He came on here as an all-stater and was a player at the U of I. And I understand that the guard, Knowles from Gibson City, has broken his assist record with 186. So I can't wait to see him play, because I know Denny was an exciting basketball player and recruited him, and I always enjoyed watching him play. They like to get up and down the court. That's why they call them the Greyhounds.
We'll have more time later to talk about the second game, but that too should be a good one. It sends Timothy Christian against Madison.
I'm very familiar with Timothy Christian. That's in our community, Elmhurst, and they're a slow, deliberate team in most cases with a super all-state inside player that can hardly be stopped. They're going to go up against their opposite in Madison, who likes to get up and down the court, not much size. They're the leading scorer in the tournament, and who can go with the quick game or the slowdown will be the decision.
Should be real good, Frank and Dick. We're looking forward to it. I'll be back in just a little bit to talk to the two coaches in this first game. Right now, this reminder that one of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Jim Taylor has never thought about insurance, but his parents have. So there'd always be the financial security to let Jim climb to the top, to be the best he can be. There are lots of families like Jim's in Illinois, and Country Companies have been providing them with all kinds of insurance for over 50 years. Country Companies, proud to be serving the people of Illinois, proud to be a sponsor of IHSA sports telecasts.
The majority of dirt in your home lies deep down in your carpet. So to really clean, you need a Hoover, like this Hoover convertible upright from True Value hardware stores. Just select the right height for maximum cleaning effectiveness. Then let the famous beats as it sweeps, as it cleans method take over, as the edge cleaning feature gets right up to the baseboards. And right now, this Hoover upright is just $59.99 at participating True Value hardware stores.
Back out on the court, this is Jack Kogel, who's the head basketball coach at Gibson City. Coaches say they got to tip it up fast so you get rid of the butterflies.
That's very true. You know, we want to lose those as quick as we can.
Congratulations on a very fine season. What do you look for in this ball club you're playing tonight, Peoria Bergen?
We look, number one, they got some good size. They're going to be a good boarding team nationally, and I hear they have some good quickness. So those are two things we have to control in the transition game.
What kind of a ball club can we expect from you? What will you be doing this evening?
Basically, you're going to see two teams about the same, because that's what we like to do too, Jim.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Congratulations on the season thus far.
Thank you very much.
Jack Kogel, the fine coach of Gibson City. In just a moment, we're going to talk to Rudy Keeling. Here's Rudy. Rudy, congratulations on the season thus far. I know that we're near tip-off time, but we wanted to get you on and see what your feelings were just prior to the tipping this one off.
Well, we're real excited. We're glad to be here. We think we've got a fine team. We had a fine season, and we'd like to cap it off with a win tonight.
What can we expect from your ball club? What kind of offense, what kind of defense, quickly?
Well, we like to up-tempo the game. We like to run, and we're going to play a man-to-man defense, and we want to take it to them.
Rudy, you think the fact that throughout the season you've played mostly AA competition is going to help your ball club in this tournament?
I think it did early. Right now, I think all the clubs are so good and so equal that a few breaks and the team that comes out and gets hot early is going to take the ball game.
Have you had a chance to see Gibson City? I know on the hectic tournament schedule, sometimes coaches don't have a chance to do that, but have you seen them, or has one of your scouts seen them?
Our assistants saw them in their super sectional win, and we were real impressed with them. We think they've got a fine team. I think their big man could be the key. You know, they've won 17 in a row since he's been back. So we're going to try and neutralize him a little bit and take it at him and see what we can do against him.
Thank you, Rudy. Good luck to you. Appreciate you coming by. Now let's go back to the bench and Frank Bassoni and Dick Campbell. Frank?
Thank you very much, Jim Turpin. The Bergen Trojans, 21-8, are on the court. So are the Gibson City Greyhounds with matching records. Bergen, of course, from Peoria of the Mid-State 10 Conference. The first year in Class A, their enrollment 723, of course, 750 the maximum to be in Class A. Gibson City out of Ford County, population of their city 3,600. They enroll 330, and they are the maroon and white. They're of the Waseca Conference, and the Bergen Trojans, of course, the Mid-State 10 Conference. Now the teams are coming over to their benches, and Coach Jack Cowgill and Rudy Keeling will have some final words. There's the horn, and now we're set to go in just a few moments here. Gibson City was 4-8 at one point in the year and have now won 17 in a row since Jay Meyer returned to the lineup. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the PA announcer, Tom Trent.
This is played by the Herscher High School Pep Band.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Gibson City and Bergen all set to do battle. We're about now set to take a look at the starting lineups.
And now let's meet the participants in our third quarterfinal game today. First of all, for the Gibson City Greyhounds. Their record, 21 wins, 8 losses. Their head coach, Jack Cowgill. He's in his 5th year at this school, where his record is 96 wins, 42 losses. And now the players for Gibson City. Number 14, Brad Sproul. Number 24, Dave Kessler. Number 30, Bruce Steinman. Number 32, Dan Stindy. Number 34, Joe Kyle. Number 40, Dan Metz. Number 54, Brian Reynolds. And now the starting lineups for the Gibson City Greyhounds. At a forward, a senior, 6 feet tall, number 22, Roy Acree.
Here's Roy victory. Shot in 11 points in the super sectional, averages 8.3.
The other forward is senior, 6'3", number 44, Phil Tijardis.
Phil Tijardis averages 11.3 on the year, 12 points in the super sectional.
Greyhounds, a senior, 6'6" tall, number 50, Jay Meyer.
Top gun of the Gibson City Greyhounds, averaging nearly 18 points a game, Jay Meyer.
At one guard position for Gibson City, a senior, 6 feet tall, number 12, Mark Knowles.
Here's the assist man, Mark Knowles, averaging 12.3.
For the Greyhounds, a senior, 5'8", number 20, Dave Arnold.
And Dave Arnold averaging 6.6, a senior 5'8" guard.
Now let's meet the Trojans from Bergen High School in Peoria. Their record, 21 wins, 8 losses. First, the head coach of the Trojans, Rudy Keeling. He's in his third year. His record is 43 wins and 33 losses. And the players for the Trojans, number 10, Steve Franks. Number 14, Rob Carino. Number 15, Casey Welch. Number 22, John Ruffin. Number 23, Paul Kupfert. Number 25, Bob Shermer. And now the starting lineup for the Trojans of Bergen High School. At a forward position, a senior, 6'2", number 11, Steve Wittig.
Here's Steve Wittig, 49% foul field goal shooter, averaging 4.5.
A senior, 6'5", number 20, Rich Amberg.
Amberg averages 8 points a game on the regular season at 6'5".
The Trojans, a junior, 6'7", number 24, Scott McCabe.
Here's big Scott McCabe, had 14 in the super sectional and 9 rebounds.
A senior, 5'11", number 4, Pat Thomas.
Pat Thomas averages 6.6 on the season of 5'11".
Senior, 6'1", number 12, Tom
averaging
Gillis.
18.3, all-state guard Tom Gillis. The officials for the game are Robert Conti of DuQuoin on the right and Leroy Newton of Hearst on the left. One of your sponsors tonight is DeKalb Ag Research.
Farmers have been boosting corn yields with DeKalb hybrids since the days of horse-drawn planters. Today's innovative farmers continue to depend on research companies like DeKalb. That's why their high-yield corn programs start with DeKalb XL55A. Yield is the best description. Add fast dry down of quality grain on healthy plants, and you have a yield-packed hybrid. Just a few of the good reasons innovative farmers depend on DeKalb XL55A.
It weighs less per square foot than your television, less per square foot than your refrigerator. Whether you live in an apartment, your own home, or condominium, the Bedroom Place wants you to know that your waterbed will even weigh less per square inch than a woman in high heels. So this tax season, invest your tax refund wisely for dividends paid in comfort.
It's the Bedroom Place.
The Bedroom Place.
3711 North Sterling. 90 days, same as cash.
We're set for the second quarterfinal round. Gibson City going against the Peoria Bergen Trojans. This is Gibson City's second appearance in the Assembly Hall. Their first was in the first Elite Eight in 1972 in Class A. Of course, the first year for Bergen in Class A. Coach Rudy Keeling says he noticed 3 things about Class A. The officials call the games tighter. They're great shooters, and many of them in Class A, and there's a lot of noise, and we feel that. The ball in the air controlled by the maroon and white Greyhounds. Backcourt man-to-man pressure right away by Bergen. Jay Meyer goes down low, back outside. Gibson City sets it up. Tijardis is 44. Mark Knowles, a quarterback, 12. This is Dave Arnold, 20, sliding baseline right. Now Meyer, a runner at the foul line. Bergen has its first opportunity. Gillis in control right to left. Motion offense. Pat Thomas looks inside. It's Amberg in the corner. Rich Amberg goes downstairs to McCabe. A turnaround that's home. Scott McCabe puts Bergen on the board first. Bergen presses and relaxes as Gibson City's Mark Knowles comes up. Knowles looks for help at the foul line. There's a runner by Arnold rolling. Tip is home. Looked like Tijardis got the tip. The game is tied. Here's a bad pass by the Trojans as Jack Kogel charges on Gibson City. In the backcourt, Arnold coming up against Gillis. Now here's a double team. Knowles brings it in. Knowles goes down the lane, stops and shoots. Off the board and in. Gibson City with the lead, 4-2. Both defenses doing some trapping and doing some early pressing. Amberg, corner right. Underneath, Wittig steps in, puts it up and doesn't go. Rebound is Wittig's and he got it down.
Strong move. He went up there, had the defensive man had the ball on the hand, but he took it right on through him, stayed with it for the possible three-pointer. Steve Wittig. There it is again. See that hand coming across the top. He played right through it. That shows strength.
Casey Welch has checked into the ball game for Peoria Bergen. He's number 15, a 5'11 senior. They're looking at Steve Wittig. Foul shot is home. And Bergen goes to front 5-4. Gibson City comes up. That's Jay Meyer. He goes at 6'6". Bergen had trouble with Tony Gillette against Sterling Newman in the Super. Will they be able to handle Jay Meyer inside is one of the questions. Gillis spins into the front court and gets it back. Both offenses moving quickly. Wittig a pop. Rebound McCabe. Missed it. Blocking foul down low on Phil Tijardis.
Scott McCabe driving along that baseline, and defensive man stepped into him, but the call was on the defense.
Here's a score of interest for you, Frank. Halftime, NCAA East, Iowa 40, Syracuse 33. The Hawks are alive and well. Big Ten continues to do well as Scott McCabe puts the free throw home. He shoots them at 76%. He got them both. 4 points from McCabe. Bergen 7-4.
It's a diamond and one zone press here. They're trapping off the free throw line.
The tempo is quick. Tijardis out of the corner. Yes! Phil Tijardis knocks in his first two. Pull Gibson City back within one. 5:33 first quarter. There's a high long pass thrown away by Bergen.
The Greyhound press has forced Bergen into 2 turnovers. I don't think that the Greyhounds have turned it over at all yet.
Bergen extends full court pressure. This is a man-to-man. Gillis working on Arnold in the backcourt. Knowles whips the ball down low, intended for Meyer, tapped away by McCabe. Starter Pat Thomas returns for Bergen for Welch. And coming in 23, Paul Kupfert. K-U-P-F-E-R-T, a 6'3 junior.
Bergen in the zone in the out-of-bounds play. 2-3. They'll stay in it for this possession.
They go downstairs to Jay Meyer for a turnaround. He missed it, but Tijardis rebounds and scores. Phil Tijardis gives Gibson City the lead at 8-7. 4 points by Tijardis. Amberg looks in, comes back out to Thomas for a stop and pop. McCabe got it in on the rebound. Scott McCabe puts Bergen back in front. 6 points for McCabe. Knowles wheels to the lane. And a rebounding foul on Tijardis.
Mark Knowles took that ball hard to the basket there. He really put it up strong, but you see where he scores. There he comes. Put up there a little hard. Caught the back of the iron. Here's the zone press now. They're attacking it with a 2-1-2. And Knowles is going to put it on the floor and beat it by himself.
Tricky dribble. Gillis can work. He turns and shoots, and McCabe has another board. He puts it back up. It goes home.
McCabe very active around that board.
He's got 8 already, and Bergen leads by 3.
There's a double up.
Will McCabe stuff this? Here he comes.
First stuff for this ball game.
He's in double figures already, and there's 4:12 to go in the first quarter, and Bergen has fire in its eyes. Turnover on Gibson City, traveling in the backcourt.
The pressure of Knowles on Gillis there, or Gillis on Knowles.
Jack Fogel wants to stop a while. The score, Bergen 13 and Gibson City 8. And one of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Dave Bender just bought another $25,000 of life insurance. Not unusual, except 6 weeks ago, Dave had a heart attack. He also had a guaranteed insurability option he'd arranged through his Country Company's agent, so he could buy more insurance at low rates regardless of physical condition. Guaranteed insurability, the option that gives you options. Country Companies, insurance for life, health, home, auto, farm, and business.
Stuck in a kitchen you can't live with? Sunnyland Cabinet knows what a kitchen should be. Your kitchen should fit your family's lifestyle. Your kitchen should be designed especially for you, with features that make life a little easier. You don't have to live with an outdated kitchen. Let Sunnyland Cabinet show you a kitchen you can live with and love working in.
Remodel your kitchen now and save 30 to 40%. Free design service and financing is available at Sunnyland Cabinet.
Peoria Bergen leading Gibson City 13-8. And our sponsors are happy to be able to bring you these tournament games on television. If you have any comments about our coverage, suggestions, we'd love to hear from you. Write high school basketball, box 1112, Bloomington, Illinois, 61701. All right, Gillis outside exchanging with Thomas as Gibson City tries to regroup and pull back. Here's a shot by Gillis outside, tipped up, not good, and Tijardis rebounds, is fouled by Bob Shermer for Peoria Bergen. Shermer, a 6'5" senior.
That is the first against Bergen.
Here comes the rebound and the foul there on Shermer.
Dropping that press back a little bit farther, about 3/4 court.
Knowles whips the ball intended in the corner for Acree, but out of bounds, and Peoria Bergen has a chance once more. 3:36 first period. Bergen by 5. Gillis in control in the backcourt. Still in backcourt. And out of trouble. Gillis beat his man on the baseline left for a pop. Tom Gillis, who shoots 49% from the field, has his first 2. Bergen goes out to a 15-8 advantage.
Transition from that zone press back into the 2-3 zone.
Acree looking at the zone. Knowles looking downstairs for Jay Meyer. He sets the post. They collapse around him.
Meyer's very active in there. There's the lob to him. Off his fingers and out of bounds, however. Good front and weak side help on it, and there just wasn't room for him to get the basketball inside.
Got a problem with Scott McCabe in front of him. There's a steal inside beautifully. Acree knocks it in. Knowles made the steal, and Acree got the basket. Bergen by 5. Now Thomas in the front court. 3-on-3 and a whistle.
Mark Knowles trying to hurry back and get back in front of the basketball, and he stumbled into to the ball handler.
Dave Kessler, 24 in the ball game for Gibson City. He's a 5'10" junior, 16 years old.
Out of bounds play over the top, alley-oop pass.
There's Thomas shooting it off the board and in. Pat Thomas.
Thomas over top of McCabe there.
Thomas's first bucket, he just got the steal. Thomas goes to the baseline. In the lane to Gillis. And Bergen gets 2 quick ones and goes up 19-10. Now Gibson City gets the ball to their big guy Meyer and break the press. 2:20 to go, first quarter. Knowles, Stockton
steps outside, looks. Kessler comes back outside. Bergen protecting against Meyer. They poke the ball away from him, double teaming him, and Gillis controls. Up ahead to McCabe to the goal. Fine defensive play, it looked like, by Arnold. Did he foul him?
He poked it away. No, I don't believe he did. The big guy can get out and run. Here we see it. No, he got all the ball. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess he did.
Got the ball in the arm.
He got the ball in the arm.
We hope you're enjoying our telecast tonight. DeKalb Ag Research and the more than 750 DeKalb dealers are glad to be one of the network co-sponsors. McCabe's free throw makes it 20-10 Bergen. 2:02 to go. McCabe has a dozen points in the first quarter, and he is outscored. Gibson City has 22. John Ruffin checks into the game for Peoria Bergen, and Pat Thomas goes out.
Frank, Rudy Keeling really run them in and out. I believe that's 9 players he's had in the game so far.
It's exactly how many it is, and he gets them in quickly. Here's a steal by Bergen. Underneath, Wittig rolls it up. Ruffin tipped it in.
Nice tip. Very nice tip by Ruffin. Just come in the ball game.
Bergen goes out to a major advantage, and there's trouble in the backcourt for Gibson City. Another steal by Gillis. Up ahead to McCabe. Look out.
There's another power stuff on the steal. He got him out in the front of the press, and he gets a chance to do that.
14 by McCabe. Bergen by 15, and the press is working wonders. Gibson City in the backcourt. Knowles under control now. Early in the game. 1:20 to go. First quarter. Knowles outside a pop. Rattles out. Bergen running. Gillis intercepted by Arnold. And picked back off by Bergen.
An awful lot of action here. 35 points in a little under 7 minutes. I think they keep the pressure on with that substitution too. They get fresh people in there getting up and down the court. Certainly an advantage for Bergen.
All right, in white, Bergen. Gillis out of the corner. A runner doesn't go. Gibson City's Acree grabs the boards. 58 seconds. Bergen in the zone. 2-3. It's a constant parade by the scorer's table as Rudy Keeling shuffles players. Acree looks over the zone. The clock melting to 45. Down low, Meyer for a layup that he didn't get, but a foul is called on Amberg. First foul on Amberg.
Amber coming over from that backside, filling in. You see it here now. It's a high lob pass. Meyer didn't get his balance. He went up, but Amber bumped him with his body.
Two-shot violation. Jay Meyer shoots 64% free throws at the line. His first point, 25-10. Now wait a minute, the score didn't reflect the point, and the official coming over to talk about it. There you see the meeting at center court, and Jack Pogel is in on it.
Foul is on number 20, Frank, Rich Amberg. There was some discrepancy of the number of fingers held up by the official and the official score.
And they have the point registered on the board as Jay Meyer got his first one of the night. It's 25-11 Bergen. Meyer hit a pair. 42 seconds. Bergen plays fast. Will they play for one shot, or will they keep up their speed? Ruffin, tricky dribble, front court. Amberg steps in, puts it up and in.
Nice penetration and dish off to the baseline, coming through that press.
Here's a high lob stolen by Bergen. Wittig picks it up. Here's the whistle. The crowd noise is such that I don't even think the players heard the whistle for a moment.
Yeah, Frank, he came from out of bounds and touched the ball. The difference has been that Gibson City has not been able to get that ball inside to their big guy Myers, whereas of course McCabe has been a big force at the other end of the court and been able to penetrate the ball to him.
A whirling pressing defense by Bergen has them out in front 27-12 as Knowles stops outside. 13 seconds. Shot down. Good shot there by Dave Kessler. 6 seconds. 5. Ruffin comes up in the backcourt. I don't think he knows how much time. Thomas does and shoots. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Peoria Bergen 27,
Gibson City 14. And one of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Oh, no, he's life.
John Dolby?
Auto.
When you have all your insurance with Country Companies, you get one agent to call, one agent, to help make sure you have the right coverage and to speed your claims.
Wally Stupsker. Wally Stupsker.
Country Companies, insurance for home, auto, life, health, farm, and business.
Hello, Wally Stupsker? The insurance man. The window washer.
The Savings Game, a game you should be playing with United Savings of Central Illinois. United Savings can show you all the savings moves and help you choose the move that best suits you, your family, and your future. The Savings Game. You should be playing it with us, United Savings of Central Illinois. We want you to win at the Savings Game.
It's a happy feeling when you save with us.
Had all its own way in the first quarter, 27-14. Scott McCabe had 14 of those points, Dick, and the Bergen defense has been a factor.
That's right. McCabe 14 and Myers 2. That's just about the difference. Gibson City's turned that thing over 9 times. Peoria only 5, and there's another factor.
One more factor is that jump ball. 4 of them. Bergen had the first one. Gibson City this one.
I think Gibson would be better to hold that ball just a little bit. Be a little patient and slow that tempo down. They're getting stampeded.
Tempo is indeed in Bergen's favor in the early going of this game.
Well, Knowles that time drove down that left side of the baseline and drew the foul, and I think he can score. He can make some things happen, and they're going to have to put it in his hands.
At the foul line, Mark Knowles. The foul was on Thomas, his first. Missed it. Mark shoots 64% at the foul line. He's a 6-foot, 170-pound senior. And he's got a bundle of assists on this season. Missed it. Wittig has the board. Bergen by 13 in the ball. This is Gillis in the backcourt. Gillis over to Thomas for a runner. And the rebound comes to the Greyhounds. Let's see if they do slow this tempo down a little bit. Look inside of their big guy. Big guy is 50, Jay Meyer. There he is downstairs. He faked and got it in up there, but a traveling foul call, traveling violation called first. A little anxious.
Yeah, he pump faked with the ball and slid both feet. He's a little anxious, no doubt about that. When you're 13 down and you haven't been like that very often, it is upsetting.
Gibson City was 4-8, and Jay Meyer came back to the lineup. They've won 17 in a row. Push-off foul.
Yes, right. He got a front, and he shoved off, which is not an unusual call. When that ball went, he put his left hand up there and kind of shoved off.
See Rudy Keeling looking on. Foul was on McCabe that time. That's his first. Bergen keeps up the pressure. Knowles breaks it, gets into the front court. Corkscrew. DeJardis looks inside. Wants to go there, can't. On the drive, goes into the lane, is held by Amberg.
Now, that appears to be a better way to handle that press. Give it to the point guard. Knowles, let him bring it up the court, and then let him get things ready. Here's that foul again, coming across. Amberg gave a shot and got him in the arm.
5 points now for Phil DeJardis. TJARDES, 6'3" senior. Averages over 11 a game. Hit them both. 27-16 as Gibson City gets the first points of the second quarter.
Now the press is a little more contained. Slow them up with the press.
Gillis now calls a set play. Frank Bissoni, Jim Turpin, and Dick Campbell. Hope you're enjoying the action as Gillis shoots outside and rattles it around. Meyer claims the board. Gibson City called for walking.
That's too bad. That they're starting to make a move back in there and made a nice rebound. Myers did pitch it out for the outlet. Got it down the court and traveled and mishandled the ball.
Jack Kogel shed the coat already. He's going to get himself involved in the comeback here as Bergen has the basketball.
Let's see. Robert Conti, the official, comes over to the scorer's table. The question is about the clock. Now Rudy Keeling is going to come up and join them.
There's a difference in the clock, and the official clock will be up overhead.
One clock says 2 seconds different than the other one.
And not only that, the one down on the left says 2 seconds less than that. One says 6:35, one 6:37, and one 6:39, and they just said, as Dick pointed out, that the one overhead is the official time.
So 6:39 is the official clock. You see there the coach is getting the word. Bergen is shooting 55% on 11 out of 20. Gibson City shooting all right at 50%, 6 out of 12. I imagine Bergen's rebounding and the turnover advantage is for Peoria. Inside, Scott McCabe, he turns and shoots. Good.
Impressive shot up over top of the big man. High release.
McCabe's a good-looking junior. In the front court, Tijardis needs help. 6:20 to go, 29-16, Bergen's lead. Meyer exchanges with Knowles. Meyer running kind of a half hook, and Gibson City tracks down the board as Roy Akery goes out to get it. Again, they go inside to Meyer. He turns, he shoots. Gibson City keeps it again as bodies go to the floor. Inside, shot blocked by Bergen, taken down by McCabe. Thomas runs. Bergen really likes a fast-paced game. Gillis feeds the ball to Amberg for a stop and pop that goes in. Rich Amberg. He has 4. And the pass gives the ball back to the Trojan.
Meyer tried to release quick and throw over the top, and the guard getting out of there didn't see the ball, and it went out over the other end.
Good thinking on Amberg's part there. Had he grabbed the ball there, he had to come back the length of the court, of course. So he just let it go out of bounds, and consequently to get the ball along the baseline under the basket of which they're shooting.
All right, the Trojans have it, and Gillis pops out of the corner. Going for the board. Saved inbounds. The Trojans keep it. Stepping in is Wittig, and he is called for an offensive foul as he blasted in to a Gibson City player down under the hoop.
He's down the lane. Yeah, he ran up over him. Coach Rudy Keeling said that they're both quick and physical, and I agree with that. They play very quick for a big, strong team.
Bergen's scoring tempo slowed down. They had 27 in the first period and 4 here in the first 2:21 of the second quarter. It's a swarming pressure defense by Bergen, and Gibson City clears the center line. Meyer comes outside to help. Now he's going to go down and set a low post. Looking, Dave Arnold. Back outside to Meyer. His shot misses. And McCabe rebounds for the Bergen Trojan. Gillis, the catalytic converter of the team, slides between the rings. He's in control. This is McCabe's. Right hand starts with the dribble and he walks. That pump fake has really caused a lot of traveling calls.
Yes, it has. Now that's an interesting move. They bring him outside and he puts it on the floor and goes one-on-one from facing the hoop. Shows some versatility.
Country Companies Insurance and the nearly 1,000 Country Companies agents in Illinois happy to be co-sponsoring these basketball telecasts. We hope you're enjoying it. Downstairs, Phil Tijardis gets one in.
Super dish off by Knowles. Took it all the way to the hoop, draw the defensive man to him, and kicked it underneath for the easy 2.
Phil Tijardis has 8. Bergen's lead is 31-18. 4:35 to go in the first half. Wittig and Gillis exchange. Casey Welch back in the game as Amberg tries and gets. Outside, Rich Amberg hits it. He's got 6.
That's his specialty, that corner shot to take the pressure off McCabe.
33-15 Bergen. Knowles, good ball handler, comes in front for the Greyhounds. Gibson City can score too. They had 91 in a game earlier this year. Shot not good by Tijardis from the Trojan. Gillis sees an opening, goes into the lane and shoots. Looks like Amberg's going to get a foul on the tip.
He's very aggressive on those boards. He goes after everything, and of course, you're going to pick up an occasional foul, going after him that way.
Bob Bob Shermer, 25, gets back in the lineup for Peoria Bergen. As you see, a great shot of that foul. Also in for Bergen, Paul Kupfert, 23.
That was Rich Amber's third foul.
Amberg with 3 personals to Jardis at the line. Wouldn't go. Shermer rebounds and Gillis wants to run. Now he's going to slow it up. Gillis uses either hand equally well. Cooper in the corner has it batted away from him by Big Jay Meyer. Tough defensive work there by Meyer.
Set up a sideline triangle over there. Came out of a triple stack, looking for McCabe inside.
Shermer gives back out to Gillis. And Welch goes down and slow, intended for McCabe and stolen by the Greyhounds. Knowles comes up. Gibson City has Joe Kyle in the game, 34 with the ball now. Kyle's going to shoot a long one outside. Yes! A junior averaging 6 points a game. Got his first 2 of this one. 33-20. Trojans by 13. Gillis fakes, goes down the lane inside to Kupfert, who walks.
Definitely did. He that same move, going up off both feet. They shuffle both feet. It's a power lunge move.
Bergen's fresh troops. Gibson City staying more with their starters. And a foul in the backcourt.
This is definitely going to be an issue in the game with the number of people coming through that lineup and playing at the tempo they play at. We've had much fewer substitutions by the Greyhounds.
Jack Pogel has been at Gibson City 5 years, 96 and 42. He attended Illinois State University. All right, Peoria Bergen with the basketball. Casey Welch in the backcourt. Looking in for McCabe. They're playing behind McCabe down low. He comes out and gets it downstairs. Gillis, acrobatic shot, doesn't go, and Meyer kicks out the rebound. Tapped away nicely by Shermer, and Gillis grabs it back for Bergen. Good hand on the ball by Bob Shermer. Here comes Gillis weaving his way through the D. McCabe's down in the paint. He's got it. Steps in, puts it off the board, gets it back and in.
Way to stay with that shot. He had to put it up a little contact, but he went right after it and got it back in.
McCabe really aggressive when he gets in the lane down there and bang that one in. He's got 18 points here in the first half. Jay Meyer tries to answer with a slick pass to Jardis, who missed it. Tough break for Gibson City. Fine pass and then a miss. Here's McCabe the other end, another one. That's 20 points.
Well, he gets out, gets the other end of the court very fast.
Bergen's transitions are really something. In the backcourt. Down to Kyle for a pop from the corner that goes. Joe Kyle hits one. He's got 4. Bergen's lead is 15. A minute, 50 seconds to go in the first half of play. And a foul on Joe Kyle of Gibson City. Scott McCabe is tearing things up. Dick, he's got 20 points.
Anytime somebody gets 20 at this stage of the game, Frank, and sends you to the record book, the record for one game, Class A, 48. Jay Scheidler of Lawrenceville did that, and that was in the semifinals in 1976. In that same tournament, he scored 27, 37, 48, 45.
Needless to say, the Class A individual scoring record for a tournament is held by Jay Scheidler.
That hasn't been out of there is McCabe. He plays like he has no lungs. He's up and down that court, and he's hardly breathing hard.
Paul Kupfert just knocked in a free throw. His first point. The 6'3" junior has another. Perfect. 39-22. And there's a timeout on the floor. 1:49 to go in the first half. The score, Bergen 39, Gibson City 22. One of your network sponsors is DeKalb Ag Research.
Acres of gold, keeping America going.
Hey, Mom, when do we eat?
Acres of gold, keeping the trade winds blowing.
Go on. Thanks, Grandpa.
Acres of gold.
planted by you, Grandma.
Oh, it's a great feeling knowing we've got acres of gold.
DeKalb, as much a part of American farm life as having supper with the family.
It's a great feeling knowing we've got acres of gold.
Well, for Rudy Keeling, the coach of Peoria Bergen, this is a long way from Harlem in New York, where he left in 1964 to accept a basketball scholarship at Notre Dame and later went to Quincy. And here he is in his first year in Class A, bringing a team into the Elite Eight, and it looks very good.
Very well coached team, Frank. Very well coached.
Phil Tijardis leads Gibson City with 8 points. Scott McCabe, of course, for Bergen with 20. All right, Gibson City has the ball in. And a near steal by Thomas of Bergen. He went sprawling to the court, and Knowles comes up. Knowles exchanges outside. Bergen's in a zone. Myers in the middle of the lane. He's got the ball and shoots. Tipped once by Gibson City, and a foul over the back on Roy Acree.
Here it is, coming up. Acree coming from that backside. Here he is, 22, yeah. Just poor position. You can't get the ball from that position, generally.
This will send Bob Shermer to the line. Bergen, 6'5", 200-pound senior. Remarkable percentage by the Trojans, 16 out of 27 unofficially. Shermer gets his first. 40 to 22, 18-point Bergen advantage. Got them both. And Gibson City comes back. Trap in the backcourt, Kyle in the front court. Go down into Jay Meyer. A turnaround that doesn't go. Good rebound, Tijardis, and he got it in. Or was it Kyle down low?
Myers is definitely having trouble getting the ball down. He's been short. He's got a little flustered, I believe.
Gillis goes inside, intended for McCabe, poked away and picked back up by the Trojans. Shermer steps in, back out. 59 seconds to go, first half. Gillis weaving and stopping. Back to Thomas, they exchange. McCabe goes down low. Gillis spins, turns, whips the ball, goes over to Shermer for a 10-footer that's good along the baseline.
Nice movement of the basketball. Penetrated, reversed it through the high post, back to the backside. Very nice.
Shermer gets 4 quick ones. Gibson City down the lane. Neat pass intended just a little bit high. Knowles had the right idea, going for Tijardis, heading to the basket. He stepped on the end line, and Bergen has the ball. 33 seconds to go here in the first half, and the Trojans have a 43 to 24 advantage. Thomas blows into the front court. Now Gillis. They don't go for one. They get a shot out, not good. And Gibson City has a chance. There's hands on the ball. Bergen gets the turnover. Thomas got the good hands. Gillis in a hurry. Lost control of the dribble. Gibson City's got 10 seconds. They'll get a hoop on the other end. Tip in. Let's see. Nope. I think it's going to be offensive interference at the basket.
Right. The ball was in the cylinder. I think we'll see it here. Ball was in the cylinder.
Acree put it up.
Lay up there on the ring. Yeah, he touched it. He couldn't do that. Disadvantage with that clock being out on the side. The players couldn't tell how much time was left.
Our side scoreboards are out. 5 seconds now. They have to look at the overhead. Thomas, a 30-footer, doesn't go. And the tip, and there's the end of the first half of basketball at the Assembly Hall, where Peoria Bergen has an advantage over Gibson City. The score, Bergen 43, Gibson City 24. That's the end of the first half. Now we'll come back and recap the scoring. We'll have some interviews for you in just a moment.
Country companies don't just offer an insurance discount on new homes. We offer more, like special low rates as your house gets older. In fact, your home may qualify for Country Company's low rates if it's 5, 10, 20 years, even older. So if you're high on your home, see how low we can be on your homeowners. Country Companies, insurance for home, auto, life, health, business, and farm.
Boy, Wendy's puts a lot of meat in their hamburgers.
Wendy's Hot and Juicy Single has a 1/4 pound of meat.
Wendy's sure puts a lot of meat in a hamburger.
Wendy's Hot and Juicy Double has a half-pound of meat.
At Wendy's, we don't give you a lot of bread for your money. We give you a lot of meat for your money.
It's a lot of meat.
Long summer evenings, a time for remembering that good old-fashioned ice cream you used to have to wait a long time for. Now, Prairie Farms has eliminated the waiting with Prairie Farms old-fashioned ice cream. Made from fresh, natural ingredients, Prairie Farms old-fashioned ice cream gives you that wonderful hand-cranked flavor without any of the waiting. The only difference between hand-cranked old-fashioned ice cream and Prairie Farms old-fashioned ice cream is the crank.
We're at halftime. It's a 43-24 ball game, and Dick Campbell, Peoria Bergen, has certainly showed us some things here in the first half. They have been able to move that basketball, and as a matter of fact, in the first period, it appeared was awfully close to being a rout.
Jim, I'm really impressed with them. I can see, having played that AA schedule and being freshly from the AA, they're very physical. They play very quick. Now, the Greyhounds, regarded a quick ball club, have 3 people on a state relay team, but I'm not too sure that Bergen's not a bit quicker than they are. Very physical. They run that bench through there with hardly a change in the lineup. And, of course, McCabe is tough inside. He's done quite a job, and he gets up and down, plays both ends of the court. They're a very alert team. They don't know standing around. Now, what I like, too, is that they press, shake the ball loose. If you solve the press, they're back and they protect that hoop. And they've stayed around Meyer that whole first half, and he's been held very little opportunity to score inside.
Now, the first ball games this afternoon, Oakville won a close one, and then it was Luther South. What do you think of those 2 ball clubs? I know I don't want you to get in the prediction business, but they'll be meeting in the first semifinal game tomorrow afternoon, and it appears to be a pretty good one.
Yes, it will be. Certainly we were impressed with the power, the size, the strength in around that basket of that front line of Luther South. But Oakville is a fine ball club, well coached, well disciplined. They've been in situations like that before. I'm sure they'll have a game plan, and they'll taunt Luther with the ball a little bit, and they'll end up with a contest, I'm quite certain.
Thank you very much, Dick Campbell, for your observations on this ball game and the first semifinal game tomorrow. We'll be back with a very special guest in just a moment, but right now we'll continue with the halftime activities. But first, this message from the IHSA.
Well, what'll it be, Harry? Regular or trim? What?
Oh, no.
Oh, out cheering the old alma mater again last night, huh? You're really into high school sports, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You rock.
Exciting. Yeah.
You know what?
Economical? Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Something the whole family can enjoy. Hey, how about you guys? Anybody else see that game last night, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Sometimes the world of the do-it-yourselfer is lonely. But the experts at Carver Lumber want you to know you're not alone. We're highly trained, and we stay on top of new home improvement ideas. So if you ever have questions, ask us at Carver Lumber. It's almost as if you have a complete staff helping you do it yourself. And Carver Lumber has lumber, cabinets, wallpaper, and all the home improvement supplies you'll need. Carver Lumber. Building materials, solid advice.
In the new Datsuns, the word is quality. If you haven't seen the 80s at Jim Smith Datsun, you're missing a lot. The 210 doesn't look like an economy car, but it's worth its weight in gas. The new 310 GX tells you why Datsun is Peoria's most popular import. The 200 SX will drive you like you've never been driven before. We've learned a lot from the awesome Z, and it shows in every Datsun now at Jim Smith Datsun.
We're at halftime. Our guest is Bob Gregrich, the coach at Havana. And Bob, a couple of second places, and then this year something happened. A funny thing happened on the way to the Assembly Hall, huh?
Yeah, that happens to you every once in a while. You know, you get your plans all set and people think, and then everybody's wanting to take their best shot at you, and they probably play their very best against you, and I think that's probably what happened to us. But, you know, we've had some super years, and we'll be back one of these days. We've got a number of good ball players coming, but it was kind of a, you know, a frustrating loss, to say the very least, when we've been so many places and done so many things. But we had a super year even at that.
Congratulations on a marvelous season. You certainly did have that. And I want to say one thing about Bob Gregrich and all the fine people at the event. I had the opportunity to speak at their banquet last year, and you got a classy bunch of people up there, Bob. I know they'll be backing you the next time around.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing we've been very fortunate with, the young men we've had and our fan support. You know, we've just got a super fan following, and our town's really behind our program. We have a super athletic program all the way up and down, and it's mainly because our fan support we've had, and we're really proud of that association with those people.
What do you think about the ball clubs you've seen here thus far?
Well, of course, you had to be impressed with Luther South's physical ability. Good night. But I sure do like to watch Bergen play. You know, the way they play together, they put that press on, and they really came on. The people put the pressure on. I like the guard, Gillis. You know, of course, I'm a biased guard-oriented person because of the people that we've had, and I've been very fortunate. We've had some good guards. But McCabe, he came in and got those 2 slam dunks, really picked the team up. I really like to watch Bergen play. And because of the way they play together, they're kind of a sentimental favorite for me.
Bob, we're going to have to wind this up in just a moment, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that your son, as a freshman, had an awfully good college year.
Yeah, we were real happy with him. Tremendous experiences he got to go through. Coach Briz does a heck of a job, but we're looking forward to 3 more great years up there.
Thank you, Bob Gregrich, the coach of Havana. Let's go back now to the bench and Frank Bassoni.
Thanks, Jim Turpin, very much. I'd like to take you through the scoring in the first half of play if we can. Peoria Bergen, of course, led in the scoring column by McCabe with 20. He had only 1 foul. Amberg had 6 points and 3 fouls. Steve Wittig with 3 points. Tom Gillis had 4. Pat Thomas had 2. Bob Shermer, that bench is deep, had 4. Paul Cupford had 2. John Ruffin had 2. And Casey Welch played and didn't score. And you see Carino there, not in the first half as well as Franks. Bergen led in scoring by Scott McCabe. For the Gibson City Greyhounds, in the first half, Phil Tejardis was the leading scorer with 8. Joe Kyle came off the bench to knock in 6. Mark Knowles had 4. Jay Meyer, big scorer, was held to 2 points. Dave Kessler off the bench with 2, and starting forward Roy Acree had 2. And that's Gibson City scoring in the first half. Phil Tejardis with 8 points, their leading scorer, as the score is Bergen 43 and Gibson City 24. Now let's pause 5 seconds for station identification.
Genesis 2, tonight at 12:20, here on 19.
Now stay tuned for second half action. We'll be ready for the tip-off in just a minute.
Farmers have been boosting corn yields with DeKalb hybrids since the days of horse-drawn planters. Today's innovative farmers continue to depend on research companies like DeKalb. That's why their high-yield corn programs start with DeKalb XL32A. Long grain-packed ears, dry down fast, and kick out big yields at lower populations. Just a few of the good reasons innovative farmers depend on DeKalb XL32A.
Dave Bender just bought another $25,000 of life insurance. Not unusual, except 6 weeks ago, Dave had a heart attack. He also had a guaranteed insurability option he'd arranged through his country company's agent, so he could buy more insurance at low rates regardless of physical condition. Guaranteed insurability, the option that gives you options. Country companies, insurance for life, health, home, auto, farm, and business.
At Monical's Pizza, we could do a lot of bragging because we make it a point to use only naturally fresh ingredients and a special crust. In fact, a lot of folks have been saying we make the best pizza around. We'd like to say thanks. And to those of you who haven't tried us, we'd like to prove we do make the best pizza around with this special on our Monaco Delight Pizza. Clip the free thank you coupon from our newspaper ad, bring it in, buy any pizza, and you'll get a free 10-inch Delight. Thanks from Monical's Pizza.
About to start the second half of action at the Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana. Peoria Bergen out in front of Gibson City 43-24. And Dick, what is Gibson City going to have to do to get back in this thing?
19's a lot to get against anybody, and certainly with this pace and the strength of this team, they've got their work cut out for them. I'm not sure that I wouldn't try for a while to try to peck away and change the tempo down a little bit, slow it a little, try to go inside and be a little more deliberate against the press. And if you could just get to within 10, then you may have a chance in that fourth quarter. But if it goes like this for much much longer. They're going to have to press and get out and lay back their ears and go to it and see if they can't score a bunch in a hurry, get it going.
Gibson City may be surprised that a team as big and physical as Bergen makes the transition as well as they do.
Well, with all the people they're playing through there, they're not as tired as Gibson, perhaps, at this point.
Scott McCabe goes in the middle against Jay Meyer, and Gibson City has the tap. Bergen comes out to meet them. Ball goes down into Meyer and blocked by McCabe, taken right out of the air, and he kicks it out to Thomas. Bergen running. Thomas blows all the way down, puts it up off the board and missed it. Acree grabbed the board and kicked it to the other end. Meyer's free for a moment. Finger rolls it up. It went in. Let's see if it counts. No signal yet by the official. Blocking foul, there it is. It does count.
A little delay there.
Gillis.
A little bit of a delay on the call. I think he was thinking it over as he walked over this way. Yeah, he was still coming, and he moved. Well, it's one of those tough ones. It's a matter of one way or the other, but I think it was the right call.
Meyer got his first hoop. He's got 4 points, and he missed the free throw. 43 for Bergen, 26 Gibson City. There's a Gibson City zone. Essentially a 1-3-1. Pat Thomas looks it over on the right corner. Gillis plays at the point. McCabe, of course, setting a low post on one side. Cookford is in the game, setting a post down on the other side. Bergen patient now. Maybe Gibson City will roll that tempo down a little bit.
Well, Bergen wouldn't have to play here if they wanted to pull him out of that thing. You'd have to change defenses.
Gillis looks over at Coach Rudy Keeling. Keeling yells something. Gillis goes back over to Wittig on the corner. It's the longest Bergen's had the ball in an offensive series without a shot. Now McCabe has it blocked by Meyer, and they exchange blocks.
Right, the block and the catch in the midair.
Gillis got his hand on another one. Really active guard.
Knowles had to slow that thing up a little bit. I don't think he's used to playing that deliberate. I think he wants to hurry down the court and make something happen right away.
Did you believe Bergen was behind 17-4 at the quarter in their super sectional game?
Well, I heard that, and they sure did something to pull that one out.
Puts the ball down low. Here's McCabe blocking again. And Bergen comes racing up the court. Phil Tejardis had a shot blocked by McCabe. And Gillis comes down for the Trojan. 6:22 to go in the third quarter. Gillis way out on the front court. Now, as you see the picture of the...
I think they're going to handle it a little bit, pull him out of that zone.
They exchange outside. The guards are Thomas and Gillis, and yes, that's it. They want Gibson City to come out and put some pressure on them, or they're going to let the clock go down with Bergen in a big lead. Now, Jack Pogel gets off the Gibson City bench.
Yells man-to-man, Frank.
And says, okay, we have to do it. Gillis right to left, down the lane, slides in, puts it up. It's going to go home. It doesn't count. Charging foul on Tom Gillis.
Nice slide dribble with his left hand. Comes over the middle. And sure enough, the defensive man was in position, had his feet down. Kind of a tough call at this point for him with that nice move.
Gibson City tries to get another hoop. And they get into the front court. Joe Kyle coming up. He's giving them a lift off the bench. Acree out of the corner. But Tejardis rebounds, banks it in. Gibson City gets back within 15 now. They were 19 down at the half. Now a whistle, and Rudy Keeling wants to call time and stop a while at 5:32 to go in the third quarter. The score, Bergen 43, Gibson City 28. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Move your microphone up there first.
Got the bucket?
Get the insurance man.
Wayne Carey?
No, he's life.
John Dolby?
Auto.
When you have all your insurance with Country Companies, you get one agent to call, one agent, to help make sure you have the right coverage and to speed your claims.
Wally Stupsker. Wally Stupsker.
Country Companies, insurance for home, auto, life, health, farm, and business.
Hello, Wally Stupsker? The insurance man. The window washer.
Waterbed Warehouse brings you two outstanding values. The Aurora waterbed with 32-inch high bookcase headboard, just $449.95. And the Pioneer with a 42-inch high bookcase headboard with mirror, 2 cabinets, and 2 jewelry chests, just $599.95. Both include mattress, heater, liner, fill and drain kit, standard pedestal, and setup and delivery. Waterbed Warehouse, 4416 North Prospect, where the rest comes easy.
Gibson City is just north and a bit west of Champaign-Urbana. They've got a lot of fans here. You see the score on the board, and their fans are telling them to stay in this thing, and they've come back 4. Now they're 15 down. Bergen has the ball. All right, Wittig looks inside. Gibson City trying to play his own. Bergen trying to force them into the man-to-man. Gillis between the rings. Slides and deals. Gillis goes over on the left to Kupfer. He wants McCabe downstairs. Bergen's going to get a substitute in. 25, Bob Shermer. In, and Paul Kupfer comes out.
That Shermer adds a little bit of size and beef, doesn't he? 6'5", 200-pound senior.
He sure does. This pass in comes to Knowles, stepped in front of Thomas, and got his hands on the ball. Good play by Mark Knowles.
Well, there's quite a difference between the officiating here than we had this morning. There's a lot more contact. They haven't called that close stuffing around the hoop.
That could be hurting Gibson City, too. Here's Joe Kyle clearing. Gibson City's done a good job on getting the taps on the jump ball. Looking inside to Meyer. He's 12, 15 feet away and pops it in.
That may get him started. That brings it to 13. Little change of tempo, and maybe we've got something going again.
6 points for Meyer. He averages almost 18 a game, 17.8. He can get it in. Gillis slides to the right and shoots it up. Doesn't go, but Shermer rebounds and banks it in. Bob Shermer barged into the lane and rebounded that in.
He sure did, Frank. That was a nice offensive rebound.
That's the right word, barged in there. He really did it.
All right, Kyle in the front court, 45-30 Bergen at the 4:20 mark. In the third quarter, Knowles slips by a man on the left and shoots. The rebound in the lane. Kyle picks it up, steps in, has the ball slapped out of his hands. Knowles picks it back up and puts it off the board. Doesn't go. Gibson City still staying with the offense. Acree tries. Yes! Gibson City back within 13 again, and the tempo has slowed down and is to Gibson City's advantage, it seems. Thomas with the ball for Bergen in the white. Black and white Bergen Trojan. Mid-State 10 Conference against the Waseca Conference Gibson City Greyhounds. Both teams coming in 21-8. But Bergen played a lot of games against AA schools. Here's a slide to the goal by Gillis. It didn't go. Gibson City's comeback is working as Knowles comes up. Acree a pop. And a foul on T. Jardis away from the ball.
Yuck, trying to get to that board, crowding in from the rear.
Another NCAA score. This is at halftime at Houston, the Midwest NCAA. It's Louisville 35 and Texas A&M 33. The only other score we gave you a little while ago, a halftime score, was Iowa 40 and Syracuse 33. We ought to have a final on that one pretty soon.
Phil Tjardis for Gibson City with 3 personals.
The Greyhounds need to get down here at the quarter, about 10 down. I think that might give them a crack at it in the fourth quarter.
McCabe kicks the ball out to Gillis. Ruffin has come back in for Bergen. Here's McCabe on a turnaround one-hander. He slings it up. And Tjardis rebounds, staying aggressive. Gibson City trying to answer. They're down 13. Will it be 11? Here's Kyle. Yes!
Well, there's a feeling in the crowd that things are starting to turn around here a little bit. The Greyhound fans back here are stirring up a little action.
Kyle has 8. And Bergen says that's all for this moment. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. In the third quarter, Bergen 45, Gibson City 34. And one of your network sponsors is DeKalb Ag Research.
They're supposed to take it in.
Farmers have been boosting corn yields with DeKalb hybrids since the days of horse-drawn planters. Today's innovative farmers continue to depend on research companies like DeKalb. That's why their high-yield corn programs start with DeKalb XL 72AA. Yield is what it does best, dries down fast, and piles record-breaking yields in the bin year after year. Just a few of the good reasons innovative farmers depend on DeKalb XL 72AA.
Are you smart enough to eat at McDonald's for free? 2 right answers can win you a free meal, starting next week in McDonald's great new double choice quiz.
Your microwave cooks what's covered, and it does the job in a fraction of the time. Our microwave covers what's cooking, and it works instantaneously. It's not an oven, but a transmitter that relays the story direct from our McLean County Bureau to News C19. Microwave hookup and the McLean County Bureau exclusively on Channel 19.
Well, the lead is melded to 11. Peoria Bergen has that lead, but they've only shot 1 out of 6 here in the second half in this third period, while Gibson City's hit 5 out of 11.
Amazing turn of events. Here's that out of bounds play.
And good effort by Gibson City as Ruffin broke to the basket, and both Knowles and Myers got their hands on that basketball.
They run that back pick off the out of bounds man and a lob across the top. They've been near miss 3 times.
Gibson City played only 2 AA teams all year, lost both games. This is Gillis going to the right to Ruffin. Bergen looking for a good shot. Tempo is definitely slower than the first half. There's Amberg in the corner, back out to Gillis. Bergen taking a little time off the clock. 2:15 to go, third quarter, as Gillis is free for an 18-footer that goes down.
Well, noticing that McCabe, is he ever active in there? He moves from side to side. He never quits trying to position.
He's got 6 points. He had 21 in the super sectional game, including a shot with 7 seconds to go that won it. Bergen only led twice in that game, right at the start and right at the end. There goes Knowles on the move. He put his head down, had his nose to the rim, and he got fouled on the way in. Foul's on Ruffin.
Yeah, here's that drive. He's trying to turn that corner, and he actually gets his shoulders ahead of him and picks up the contact. That's the time to be aggressive. If I can throw caution to the wind, they've got to get back in this thing.
Knowles shooting 2. That's his 5th point. Bergen's lead is 12. Mark Knowles, 186 assists on the season. Remarkable. Hit them both. Now the pressure applied by Gibson City. Ruffin works up in the back. Has no trouble. 1:45 to go, third quarter. Gillis comes down the right. Gillis backing away. He just hit his last shot. Now exchanges with Ruffin. Bergen by 11. Frank Bissoni, Jim Turpin, and Dick Campbell at the Assembly Hall. Hope you're enjoying this quarterfinal action. Here's a near steal by Gibson City. Nicely saved by Bergen. Gillis, a 15-footer. And Knowles rebounds and is bumped and fouled by John Ruffin.
Ever since Frank, they made that decision to try to pull him out of that zone, the tempo has shifted. It's amazing. That's the choice a coach has to whether to pull him out or continue to play against that sagging zone defense.
Dave Kessler checked into the game, 24 for Gibson City, working there in the backcourt with Knowles.
Chance to go under 10.
Knowles, a tough ball handler. Goes down there to Kessler now. Kyle, who's been a good player off the bench for Gibson City, gets it into Jardis. He's got 4 fouls. He slings it inside, and Kyle got it off the board and in.
Nice little shovel pass underneath. And it's down to 9.
That's 10 points for Kyle.
Momentum has definitely shifted. Another turnover.
Lost the ball out of bounds, and boy, talk about momentum. It's gone to Gibson City. Bergen presses all over. Knowles in the backcourt. There's 47 seconds to go, third quarter. Bergen 47, Gibson City 38, but Bergen led 43 to 24 at halftime. Bergen has only 4 points in the quarter. Here's Meyer shooting. Didn't get it. Rebound for Bergen. They're going to try to run. Now they hold it up. 3 men for Gibson City got back on the D. Gillis, a nice rhythm jumper tipped by Amberg once. Rebounded again. Missed them both. Greyhound ball.
That Amber goes to the board, doesn't he? He's a free spirit going to that board. Myers down here really got clobbered going to the hoop that last time.
This game is physical. There's only 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Knowles. Will Gibson City take 1 shot here? Clock to 10. There's Kyle sliding the baseline. Left-hand shot, no. Tip is not good, but a whistle. Foul on Kyle. Gibson City.
Two trips down there with a chance to get, here it is, a reverse layup. Then he jumped back in trying to get the rebound.
Here's a near steal, and it is steal by Kyle, and he shot it. And Ruffin pulled it off. Kyle nearly got the job done as he made the steal. And there's your score at the end of 3 periods. Bergen 47, Gibson City 38, and one of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Country Companies don't just offer an insurance discount on new homes. We offer more, like special low rates as your house gets older. In fact, your home may qualify for Country Companies' low rates if it's 5, 10, 20 years, even older. So if you're high on your home, see how low we can be on your homeowners. Country Companies, insurance for home, auto, life, health, business, and farm.
The majority of dirt in your home lies deep down in your carpet. So to really clean, you need a Hoover. Like this Hoover convertible upright from True Value hardware stores. Just select the right height for maximum cleaning effectiveness. Then let the famous beats as it sweeps, as it cleans method take over, as the edge cleaning feature gets right up to the baseboards. And right now, this Hoover upright is just $59.99 at participating True Value hardware stores.
47-38 ball game now, and it was 27-14 Peoria Bergen in that first period. Dick Campbell, we talked about this at halftime, but it bordered on being a rout at that time. Gibson City appeared to be almost out of it, but boy, they have really come clawing back.
Boy, anything can happen in a turnaround in this situation. I was a little surprised too, but we've got a ball game on our hands now. 9 points.
Jay Meyer against Scott McCabe. Knocked out of bounds, and it belongs to Gibson City. Just started play here in the 4th and final period. Dave Kessler will inbound it. Gets it into Joe Kyle. There's Meyer. His shot is up and good. It's now 47-40, and that's the closest they've been in a long, long time. Peoria Bergen leads by 7. Having trouble getting across the line with it. Over and back call. Over and back. And it belongs to Gibson City. 7:39 to go for the game. Down now by just 7 points. And down the ball to Knowles. Coming across the line. Let's see, they're going to call him for the offensive foul. Knowles collided with Pat Thomas, and the offensive foul is called.
Here he comes, that left hand, turn in the corner. Didn't get his shoulders across there. Defensive man had the position.
Tom Gillis inbounds the ball to Whitting. 7:32 to go.
Third foul on Knowles.
In trouble, the ball is knocked away, stolen by Knowles. Goes to the corner with it, now stops Holes. Back out to Meyer, and he's called for the travel, trying to free himself for the jumper.
Well, Jay Myers tried to make that drive around the defensive man, hurried it a bit, slid the foot.
47-40, Bergen leads it, 7:19 to go for the game. Gillis in trouble with it, gets it off to Whitting. Whitting across the line finally, back out to Tom Gillis.
That was the first turnover of Gibson City at this half, Jim.
Deep in the corner, back out front now to Thomas, to Gillis. Driving Hamburg, shot off the board and in. 49-40 now, Bergen by 9.
They needed that one. They were hung up on that 47 there for a while.
Knowles to Kessler, back to Knowles, down the lane he goes. He lays it up and off the board and around and in.
A lot of contact in there, no call.
49-42, Peoria Bergen by 7, 6:36 to go. Across the line now is Gillis. He stops. He gets it off to Whitting. Shot is up and good by Steve Whitting. It's now a 51-42 ball game.
Okay, thank you very much, Jim. Thank you, Dick. 6:20 to go. Bergen leading by 9. They clear the ball to Knowles. The Greyhounds get it down inside. Kyle puts it up and missed it. Who's got the ball?
What a nice dish off that was. Knowles down that lane and double pumped and kicked it underneath. Missed the Joe Kyle missed the layup.
All right, Kyle
Kyle gets the ball back in. Gibson City trying for a furious comeback in the game. Knowles outside, got it in. Mark Knowles hits an important hoop. 6 minutes to go in the game. Bergen leading by 7. Can Gibson City come all the way back?
All of a sudden, that press has been creating some problems there, a little bit in panic there, trying to get it up across that 10-second line.
Gillis goes into the lane. Looked like he might have gotten held. He looked at the official. Nothing happened. The ball came loose.
Jay Meyer anxious to outlet that thing after a nice rebound, and he overthrew the outlet man.
Rudy Keeling yelling some instructions to Bergen, who had it all their own way in the first half, and here in the second half, Gibson City's come storming back. Here comes Gillis, sliding right to left. A shot outside by the Trojans. Thomas tried it. Foul on Gibson City. Looks like it's on Meyer.
That'll be interesting to watch because he flew out of there and came down on the floor. But got the foul called on him, Jay Meyer.
Meyer goes at 6'6" and 205. He takes up some space around that basket. So Scott McCabe is 6'7", 190 for Bergen. Good inside people. Both coaches standing now. You can feel the tension in the assembly hall. What a gutty comeback by Gibson City. Gillis, a big shot.
There's that out-of-bounds play. He puts it in bounds. They come down with a double pick for him, and he shoots out of the corner. That's the second one he's gotten off of that.
Shoots with a lot of authority, doesn't he? Here's Knowles coming back. He stops at the foul line and runs one up. Bergen rebounds. Thomas looks to run. Back him in the back to Gillis. 5:09 to go. Bergen by 9. 53-44. Thomas exchanges between the circles now with Gillis. Whitting is 11. Gillis 12. He's going to turn it on. The shot is up. No. Knowles rebounds for the Greyhounds. Here they come, the maroon and white. He got the ball in the corner to Kyle. His shot missed the works, but Tjardis rebounds and score.
That was a super basket. Up over the top. Was able to pull it away without fouling, and then shot falling away.
All right, Pat Thomas weaving his way, tap dancing through the defense. And throwing the ball away is Bergen.
Steve Whitting got up to shoot that shot and had no shot and no place to give it off. Came back down with it. It was a violation. So here we are again with 7. Greyhounds have a chance to go to 5.
Dave Arnold gets back in the lineup for Gibson City, number 20. That's Dave Kessler in the backcourt. Now Arnold whips it ahead to Tjardis. And they find Kyle roaming the baseline. He gets over to the big guy, Meyer. Steps in, puts it up, and in. The lead is 5 with 4:08 to play. Gillis with the dribble in front court. Bergen, who led by as many as 19.
Haven't been able to find McCabe inside. There they did. They really have gone away from him inside.
They really have. McCabe had 20 points at the half. And he's got 20 right now with 3:57 to go in this basketball game.
That is the third foul on Jay Meyer. It's taken a little bit out of the Greyhounds to make this rush to come back, but I tell you, when you're making something happen, you don't notice the fatigue as much as you do if it's not working out for you.
McCabe puts it up and in. He shoots 76% of the foul line, but that was an important one.
It's his first point of the second half.
That's it. He's got 21. He's 5 out of 5 at the stripe. 6 in a row. 55 Bergen, 48 Gibson City. And the Greyhounds got a 3-on-2. Kyle fell down. The ball is loose and Bergen has it. Tough break for Gibson City and a good break for Bergen. As Gillis comes up in the back. Gillis under control. Feeds the ball across to Amberg. Looked at a shot, didn't take it. Instead to McCabe. Turnaround, 8-footer, missed, foul, Shermer.
I think the instructions were to get the ball back into our big guy, and they're trying to do that, but that particular time. Here's the foul again. Trying to come from the backside. Reaching up over the top.
NCAA final, Frank. Iowa 80, Syracuse 77. The Hawks are still in there.
Syracuse, a lot of people's pick to come out of the East. They won't do it. The Big Ten's Iowa Hawkeyes win over Syracuse by 3. Here, Bergen leads Gibson City by 7 with 3:36 to play. And Joe Kyle hits the first. Averages 6 points a game. He's a 6'1", 180-pound junior. He's got 11 in this game. He's going for double his average right here. What a fine game he's had. He missed that, and McCabe scooped it off the glass. Gillis is double teamed in the back, needs help. There's Thomas. Pat Thomas in the front court. 3:25 to go in the game. Bergen by 6 in the ball. Gillis. There's McCabe for a 10-footer. Yes. Scott McCabe.
First field goal in the second half for him.
57-49. That's 24. And there's a steal by Shermer. He's ahead of the pack. He is held. It counts. Dave Arnold tried to slow him down, but the big guy Shermer barreled in and stuck it home.
Shermer sat back there and waited for that pass. He baited him into throwing that thing right here in front of us. Picked it off and took it to the wicket.
Well, a timeout has been called by Jack Hoggle of Gibson City. The score: Bergen 59, Gibson City 49. And one of your network sponsors is DeKalb Ag Research.
Over 50,000 producers make their hogs odds-on favorites to win the marketing race. They sell on Heinold Hog Market's strong daily market for all types and weights of hogs. When prices drop, they protect their profits through Heinold's Guaranteed Hog Price Program. Run the marketing race with Heinold and take home a bigger purse. 23 Heinold Hog Markets serve Illinois producers.
Whatever your appetite, DQ has a burger to match.
Dairy Queen Razor gives you more burger. More burger than fun at the Dairy Queen Razor Zone.
Hope. That's what the Peoria Easter Seal Society for Crippled Children gives these youngsters. Hope to lead normal, active lives, and you can help. Join me here on Channel 19 for all the fun and entertainment. Saturday, March 22nd, I'll be hosting the Easter Seal Telethon live from Northwoods Mall.
Beginning at 10:30 p.m. after New Scene Update.
Minutes and 8 seconds left as Bergen's lead is 10. Our sponsors are happy to be able to bring you these tournament games on television, and if you have any comments about our coverage or suggestions or anything like that, we'd like to hear from you. Just write High School Basketball, Box 1112, Bloomington, Illinois, 61701. That's High School Basketball, Box 1112, Bloomington, Illinois, 61701. By Shermer is not good. 3:05 to go. And down goes Knowles. Down the lane. Beautiful.
Super blow. Yeah, it's just beautiful down that lane. And double hitched and got it through. That gives him another rush at it. 8 points now, 2:54.
12 points by Knowles. 8-point lead by Bergen. Still time for Gibson City at 2:48. Gillis backing up. Stops at the foul line. Tried to go down. There's a pass swatted away, picked up by Knowles. 2:35 to go. Bergen's going to shoot to try to come within 6 here. Gillis poked the ball away and got fouled. Tough defensive play by Gillis, and he got fouled. See if you can watch it here, and there's the hand on the ball. Gillis got his hand on it, and Acree ran into it.
Right over the shoulder, right. It was no doubt about that contact.
Gillis is going to shoot. He's got 8 points on the night.
Well, that's
his average.
That's considerably below his 18.3 average.
We hope you're enjoying our telecast tonight. DeKalb Ag Research and the more than 750 DeKalb dealers are glad to be one of the network co-sponsors. Gillis hit it. 60-51 with 2:32 to go. There's Tom. Another one. Not good. T. Jardis rebounds for Gibson City. 9-point lead. That's the mountain Gibson City has to climb as Meyer fakes. Got McCabe off his feet, goes into Tjardis for a score.
Nice little dish off inside. Faked the shot, scooped it around the defensive man.
7-point Bergen lead. 2:10 to play. Thomas wheels into the front court. And
And now Gillis working right to left. Double teaming, trapping is Gibson City. McCabe broke loose down low for a score.
Bergen is not attempting to go in any kind of a delay game. They're staying right with their regular offense, attempting to score.
They lead by 9. McCabe's got 26. Shot outside by Acree, rebounded by Amberg. And now Gillis starts to run for Bergen. 1:44 to go. Bergen in good shape now, 62-53. And a foul on Knowles as he went after Tom Gillis.
That might very well be a two-shot foul.
Maybe. Both of those players very aggressive. You see Rudy Keeling talking to Gillis, Pat Thomas. Now there's a timeout on the court. With 1:40 to play, Bergen 62, Gibson City 53. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Dave Bender just bought another $25,000 of life insurance. Not unusual, except 6 weeks ago, Dave had a heart attack. He also had a guaranteed insurability option he'd arranged through his Country Company's agent, so he could buy more insurance at low rates regardless of physical condition. Guaranteed insurability, the option that gives you options. Country Companies, insurance for life, health, home, auto, farm, and business.
Rich Little and Bernadette Peters.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the 15th annual Your Choice for the Oscars.
2 hours of highlights from last year's films, plus the results of your Oscar choices.
All the top nominees and scenes from the pictures that everybody is talking about.
Plan to join us.
Here's how to vote.
Look for this ad appearing in many area newspapers, plus the March 22nd TV guide. Vote for your favorites, and you might have a chance to win a pair of tickets to a Carasotis theater.
Earlier today, Oakville and Luther South went to the semifinals. Peoria Bergen is leading by 9 with 1:40 to go to try to become the third of the semifinalists. Tom Gillis steps to the line. And you're right, Dick Campbell, it is 2 shots. He missed the first one. He shoots very well from there, 81% foul shooter. He'll try another. He missed that too, and Tijardis has it. He throws it way out to Knowles. Knowles whips the ball to Myers, picked off by Dressler. See who's got it down low. Gibson City is going to be a jump ball as McCabe stopped somebody. Kessler got a shot up, and the rebound came down, and McCabe got his hands on it with Mark Knowles.
They're rushing offense, the shots down there. They really, they've got to wait a few more seconds and get a good shot.
Now there's in a basketball game 1:26, which is there on the clock. Still a little bit of time. Gillis moves around with the ball. He can really handle it. Pat Thomas in the backcourt. Clears himself and is fouled by Jay Meyer.
Now the Greyhounds have gone into a half-court trapping defense. They're attempting to trap over there on the wing. You see number 24 there. McCabe go over on the double up.
Pat Thomas, a 79% free throw shooter, steps to the line and hit. Bergen by 10, 1:17 in this game. Coming up next, Timothy Christian and Madison. Thomas hits 2. He has 4 points, but 2 big ones there. Bergen by 11, 1:15. Gibson City has really made a comeback, and now Bergen in control as the steal. Gillis, the driving layup is missed. Thomas rebounds and a jump ball.
Nice play there by Tijardis. Went right up, got his hand on top of the ball, and they called a jump ball. There he is, going up. The rebounder, back up, and a hand on top.
Tijardis with the size advantage, and the tip though comes to Bergen. 1:05.
Spread him out a little bit here.
4-corner type action here. Shell offensive delay, of course. Under a minute now. Pat Thomas moving through the lane is fouled by Dave Kessler. And in Bergen's first year in Class A, it looks like they will move to the semifinals. Pat Thomas goes back to that foul line where he just hit a pair. He has one in bonus. Got the first one just net. 65-53. With 55 seconds to go. Thomas looks for his 6th point. Amberg got the rebound from the middle track.
Myers is getting tired. He was very slow at reacting to that ball, end up being late and fouling.
There's Jay Myers' 5th foul. And there's a fine young basketball player going on his senior year. And what a fine year he had. Average 17.8 points, was the hub of their offense. And Jay Meyer, number 50, goes out.
You know, he had a little trouble getting started, but he never gave up. He kept hanging around and banging around in there, and really had a nice second half. I'm sure it's not the kind of game he had hoped for coming in the assembly hall.
The timeout with 53 seconds to go. The score, Bergen 65 and Gibson City 53.
Coming up after this one, Frank, of course, will be the Timothy Christian Madison game. And then we'd like to remind everybody that tomorrow, an early starting time for the semifinals. Our broadcast time is 11 o'clock. Tip-off time 11:15 for the first semifinal game. And then next weekend, we'll have the Class AA boys tournament for you. 2 weekends from now, the weekend of March 29th, it'll be the 2 title games in girls basketball in the state of Illinois. And then a very special telecast coming up on May 24th, live from Eastern Illinois University in Charleston. Boys track and field, and the girls track and field meet. We'll have that on tape, be showing that too. It promises to be quite a telecast.
Thanks, Jim. Dick, Bergen blew out of the gate, got themselves a great big lead, and Gibson City came storming back, but they're going to fall just a little bit short the way it looks.
That's right, and of course the Greyhounds recovered their self-respect. They went out blazing, and I'm sure their fans are appreciative of the kind of season they've had.
Both of these teams came in here with records of 21-8. For Peoria Bergen now, the 6'5" senior Rich Amberg is going to go to the foul line. And he's there because Jay Meyer committed his 5th foul and went out of the game. Amberg has 8 points on the evening. 9. 66-53 Bergen. Bergen scored at the highest this year, 85 points. That one doesn't go. And Gibson City has the ball. Dan Stindy checked in. Knowles comes to the foul line, tries a shot. Up in there, rolling, not good. Knowles has his own rebound. What an aggressive player. Slides and shoots. And Bergen's Amberg was hacked on the rebound. 39 seconds to go. Bergen by 13, and they're going to walk to the end so Amberg can shoot again.
The ball was called on number 32, Dan Stindy.
Foul was on Dan Stindy.
Perry's chasing that ball down, Knowles. And, nice little dip under and a shot put up, and here's the foul coming across the top of the rebound.
Bergen gets Steve Franks, number 10 in the game. Shermer out, 6'1" senior.
Frank, with 4:08 to go in this, the 4th and final period, it was 53-48. That's as close as they got. 5 points, and it doesn't appear they're getting any closer than that.
Bergen answered the challenge, and with 35 seconds to go, Knowles goes all the way down the lane, lays it up and missed it, came off the back iron. Bergen's got the runaway if Gillis can catch up with the ball. He tracks it down in the corner and wisely holds it up. Thomas has the ball slide through his fingers and out of bounds, and with 21 ticks left on the clock, Bergen loses the ball. Now Thomas comes out, and in for Bergen is 14, Rod Carino, a 6-foot junior, into the game. Also some reserves now coming in for Gibson City. 40 is Dan Metz, a 6-foot senior. 54, Brian Reynolds, a 5'10" senior. Number 14 coming in is Brad Sproul, a 5'7" junior. And let's see, number 30, Bruce Steinman, a 6-foot junior, also for Gibson City in the game. So Gibson City getting their reserves in, get a chance to play here at the Assembly Hall in the closing moments of this Bergen victory as the Bergen Trojans move toward the semifinals. Here's a shot up and in by Dan Stindy, number 32. 66-55, 5 seconds left in this game. Carino's going to take a shot at the gun, not good, and that's the end of this quarterfinal game. The final score, Peoria Bergen 66, Gibson City 55. And we'll continue with our coverage of the Illinois High School Class A boys basketball tournament in just a minute.